The Bold and the Beautiful, Monday. October 20th, Steffi returns. Luna shakes the foundation, and Poppy draws a line. Monday's explosive episode of The Bold and the Beautiful brings seismic shifts that ripple across the Forrester and Spencer families. While the sun seems to shine on Steffi and Finn's reunion, darker clouds quickly roll in, and they carry the name Luna Nozawa. At the same time, Luna faces her own private storm as Poppy, her manipulative mother, makes a surprise visit and brings with her both venom and warnings. What begins as a homecoming will turn into a reckoning. The peace is temporary. The drama is just beginning. Steffi Forrester walks back through the doors of her cliffside home with Kelly and Hayes in tow. The ocean breeze behind her, and the hope of reconciliation in her heart. She's been gone too long. Time apart from John, Finnegan took its toll on their marriage, on their family, and on her sanity. But today, she's home. She doesn't knock. She doesn't hesitate. She pushes the door open, and Finn is right there, stunned, emotional, speechless. Kelly shouts, "Daddy!" Hayes follows. Finn drops to his knees, scooping his children up, heart pounding, a lump in his throat. "They missed you so much," Steffi says with a soft smile, though emotion trembles behind her voice. There's no wall between them now. Finn stands, and without another word, Steffi falls into his arms. Their lips meet. The kiss is long, desperate, hungry. Months of distance dissolve in one moment of passion. He holds her tighter than he's ever held anything in his life. The room is filled with warmth, laughter, and light. The family is whole again, or so it seems. But the bold and the beautiful never lets peace linger too long. As the joy settles, Finn knows what he has to say next will destroy it. "She's still alive," Finn says, his voice low, barely audible. Steffi stiffens. "Who?" "Luna. She's alive." Everything freezes. Steffi takes a slow step back, blinking, trying to process the words. The woman who tried to kill her. The woman who locked her in a cage like an animal. The woman who almost cost her everything, not only survived but has returned. And worse, she's pregnant. Not just pregnant, but carrying the child of Will Spencer, Bill Spencer's son. Steffi's entire body goes cold. There are no words at first. Just fury building in her eyes. "She's pregnant with Will's child?" she finally says. Finn nods. He tries to explain. Luna was captured. She served time. She escaped. She was caught again. She's behind bars now. He tries to soothe her. Tries to frame it as justice served. But it doesn't work. Steffi isn't the woman she was before Luna ripped her life apart. Forgiveness isn't in her vocabulary right now. "You should have told me," she says, her voice low and sharp. "The moment you found out. I had to hear this now." Finn knows he's made a mistake. But it's too late. The truth is out, and Steffi is left to decide what to do with it. Meanwhile, across town, Luna Nozawa receives a visitor. She's no longer behind a steel door, but her world is no less a prison. Her mother, Poppy Nozawa, arrives, poised, cold, and brimming with disdain. Poppy doesn't hug her daughter. She doesn't smile. She smirks. Well, pregnant by the Spencer kid. "You never fail to impress," she says with acid in her tone. Luna isn't in the mood. She fires back, eyes narrowing, jaw clenched. "You've spent your whole life chasing men like Bill Spencer. Don't talk to me about choices." Poppy laughs, but it's bitter. She circles her daughter like a vulture. "I played the game better. You're sloppy. Bill used to get me out of trouble. Those days are gone. I burned that bridge to keep your secrets. And now, he won't lift a finger." Luna's face twists. It's the truth. Bill Spencer has washed his hands of both of them. And Will? Silent. Absent. She's alone. Poppy leans in close. "Whatever tricks you've got left, use them now. Because the get-out-of-jail-free cards? They're gone." But Luna isn't done yet. She may be cornered, but she's not defeated. "You think I'm like you. But I'm not. I don't sell myself for favors. I don't grovel to men with bank accounts. I'll find a way out that doesn't include you." For the first time, Poppy's smile fades. She realizes Luna may be more dangerous now than ever. Especially if she learns to play the game on her own terms. Back at the Cliff House, Steffi sits alone on the edge of the bed, her mind spinning. Finn watches her from across the room, unsure whether to comfort or stay away. "She almost destroyed us," Steffi says finally. "And now you're asking me to pretend she's just someone else's problem?" "I'm not asking you to forgive her. I'm asking you to let go of the rage," Finn replies carefully. Steffi laughs, not because it's funny, but because it's absurd. "She nearly killed me. She's not free," he says. "She's being watched. She's pregnant. She's not a threat anymore." But Steffi isn't convinced. She's never been someone to wait around for someone else to make the first move. If Luna is back, then Steffi needs to make a choice. Face her. Confront her. or let her live rent-free in her head forever. That night, as the kids sleep, Steffi stares out at the ocean, wondering if the peace she thought she'd reclaimed is already slipping away again. Across Los Angeles, Luna stares down her future with the same defiance. Her mother is gone. Will is silent, but inside her, a new life grows. One she didn't plan for. One she may have to protect alone. But Luna Nozawa has already escaped death once. She's not about to let the Forresters, the Spencers, or even Poppy dictate what happens next. The war isn't over. It's only just begun. Coming up on The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi begins investigating Luna's release and whether someone powerful helped orchestrate it. Poppy returns to Bill Spencer one last time, but this time, she's not asking. She's demanding. Finn is torn between loyalty to Steffi and guilt over the secret he's still keeping. Luna finds an unlikely ally in someone inside the Forrester circle. Someone with their own grudge to settle. Will Spencer finally steps forward, but what he says shocks everyone. Family lines will blur. Alliances will shift. And by the time the dust settles, nothing in LA will ever be the same again. The Bold and the Beautiful, the fallout of Luna's deception shakes Will and Electra to the core in the tangled web of love, lies, and legacies that defines The Bold and the Beautiful. Few storylines have cut as deep or as fast as the twisted triangle now unfolding between Will Spencer, Electra Forrester, and Luna Nozawa. Though Luna may be behind bars once again, her presence lingers like a shadow, a ghost haunting the lives she touched, twisted, and broke. At the heart of this storm is a question neither Will nor Electra can avoid. How do you move forward when the past is still in the room with you? Luna's reappearance in Los Angeles already tore open wounds that hadn't even had time to scar. She returned not as a victim, but as a woman with an agenda, masked, manipulative, and dangerous. Her ultimate betrayal came not in the violence or the mind games, but in the most intimate violation. Seducing Will Spencer under false pretenses, wearing a mask of Electra's face. In the dark haze of a party night he barely remembers. That night would come back to destroy them all. Now, the results are undeniable. Bridget Forrester's DNA test confirms what no one wanted to believe. The child Luna is carrying belongs to Will. Not to a stranger, not to a former flame, but to the man Electra loves. To the boy who is still trying to become a man, while being pulled between two women and one irreversible mistake. Will is silent at first. The weight of the revelation nearly flattens him. The disbelief, the shame, the rage, it all crashes down at once. He was manipulated. Drugged? No, just drunk. But still, the deception was total. Luna didn't just steal a night. She stole consent, stole a future, and now she's carrying a piece of him that he never agreed to give. Electra, for her part, tries to be strong. She knows the truth. She knows Will didn't cheat. She knows he was tricked. But knowing and feeling are not the same. Because every time Will touches her, every time he reaches for her hand, there's a new thought in her mind. Was this the way he touched Luna that night? Did he kiss her like this? Whisper the same words? Their physical connection begins to fray. What should have been a night of reconciliation becomes an exercise in self-restraint. Electra lies in bed next to Will, trying to summon passion, but her body is frozen. Images of Luna slither into her mind, Luna in Will's arms, Luna laughing, Luna victorious. The bed becomes a battlefield, and Electra becomes a soldier who can't move. Will senses it. He tries to break through it. He kisses her neck, runs his fingers down her arm, whispers the old promises, but they feel hollow now. Her skin doesn't respond. Her breath stays shallow. The intimacy dies before it begins. And then comes the worst part. Will realizes it's not just Electra imagining Luna. He is too. Midway through the night, in the dark, with his eyes closed, Will finds himself lost in a flicker of memory. A distorted replay of that night. The scent of Luna's perfume. The feel of her skin. Her voice whispering his name in a tone that didn't belong to her. His heart races, not with desire, but with confusion and guilt. In his mind, Luna morphs into Electra and back again, and he doesn't know which face he's seeing. He pulls away. He can't go through with it. Electra stares at him, tears rising, thinking it's rejection, thinking it's shame, and she's not wrong, but she doesn't know the full truth. Will sits up in bed, breathing heavily, lost in a panic. I can't do this, he mutters, half to himself, half to her. Can't do what? Electra asks softly. I can't pretend it didn't happen. You mean Luna? He nods. I see her, too, Electra admits, eyes welling up. I see her every time I close my eyes. They sit in silence, inches apart, unable to bridge the distance that Luna's betrayal carved between them. Electra had stood her ground when Luna was free. She had faced her down, told her she wasn't afraid, made it clear that Luna would never control her life. But this is different. This is after the battle. After the wounds. This is survival, not victory. She wants to try again. She wants to fix what was broken. But the cracks are deeper than either of them imagined. Will may be the victim, but so is she. And they're both trapped in a cage Luna built, even though she's locked away in a real one. But the problem with cages is this: sometimes the bars stay with you long after you're free. Will tries to be strong. He wants to be the man Electra deserves. But every time he reaches for her, he wonders, is it fair? Is it real? Can he truly give her his whole heart when part of it is now tied forever to Luna through a child he didn't choose? Because that's the truth now. Luna's pregnancy isn't a rumor. It's a reality. A life is growing. A Spencer heir. A child that Will may have to co-parent, whether he wants to or not. And that means Luna will never be fully gone. She will always be part of his story. Part of his future. Electra knows this. And that's what scares her more than anything. One night, she watches Will from the doorway as he stares at the fire, lost in thought. He hasn't spoken much all day. Hasn't smiled. She wants to reach for him. To comfort him. But she can't. She's not sure he wants her to. Instead, she says quietly, "Do you think about the baby?" Will looks up, startled. "I try not to, but you do." He nods slowly. "I don't know how to feel. I didn't ask for any of this. But it's mine. And I can't ignore it forever." Electra turns away. Her heart cracks again. "I'm trying, Will. I really am. I know," he whispers. They go to bed in silence again. The distance grows. In the days that follow, the emotional stalemate begins to wear them both down. Will throws himself into work, trying to escape. Electra spends more time with the Foresters, trying to find her identity outside of this mess. But everyone has an opinion. Everyone wants a say. Brooke urges Electra to give Will space. Ridge reminds Will of the Spencer legacy and his responsibility. Katie tries to stay neutral but can't help feeling protective of her nephew. Even Bridget, who delivered the results, can't help but feel torn. Part of her understands the scientific detachment. But she's also a mother. She knows what this child will mean. And how hard it will be for Electra to stay in a relationship where the other woman, the enemy, will always be there through her child. And through it all, Luna waits. She may be back in prison, but prison has never stopped someone like Luna. She writes letters to Will. She sends cryptic notes. She tries to reach him through social media, using aliases, using emotional blackmail. Will ignores them. For now. But how long can he hold out? Because Luna isn't just a mistake. She's a threat. And she's carrying the ultimate weapon, Will's child. The bold and the beautiful doesn't shy away from emotional landmines. And this story is packed with them. Every scene between Will and Electra pulses with tension. With unspoken fear. With the weight of everything they've lost and everything they're still trying to save. The question isn't whether they love each other. They do. The question is whether that love can survive the storm Luna left behind. And with new emotional bombshells looming. Custody battles. Public scandals. Family loyalty wars. The odds aren't in their favor. But in Los Angeles, nothing is ever simple. And no one is ever truly out of the picture. Because Luna Nozawa is still watching. Still scheming. Still waiting. And her next move could destroy everything, again.